she was waking up maybe 3-4 times during the night and breastfeeding every time, and she needed to breastfeed to fall asleep again. And sometimes we had to sing to her. It was very difficult to leave her in her bed.
Yeah, and it was taxing on us in that respect, because what happened was, we could never really predict how an evening was going to go. And she would go down at 7, but Natalia might spend an hour trying to settle her and then come down exhausted. And we were eating dinner separately, and Natalia was eating dinner cold. And then I'd be exhausted and think I was about to go to bed, but then I was going singing a variety of dodgy songs to her. It wasn't the worst, but it was real drudgery, and we didn't get any time together. We couldn't make any plans in the evening.
Not in the evening, during the day even.
Yeah, and it obviously our relationship, the time that we got to spend together had just sort of evaporated, really. How did you feel after the initial sleep consult call?
After the first call, I just felt she answered all our questions and our main concerns. And I just felt we were in good hands.
What was the support period like?
So that was really, 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 that was great, because you don't feel alone. So you are writing down in the Excel everything you do, and Mel is answering and giving you comments maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and you just feel that you're not alone, and every question is answered, really, and you feel, oh, okay, now I'm going to change this and change that. And because every kid is different, that's very, very helpful. At least I felt that I was not doing anything super wrong, in a way, that there was like a professional there helping me along the way.
There are little things that crop up, and you don't know whether the little thing that you've got a question mark about is the one thing that could actually be making a difference, or is a deal breaker. Or
I would also say, because there are 2 kind of programs, one is 1 week and the other is 2 weeks, and we took the 2 weeks one, and I would say you definitely need that time, like 100% the 2 weeks. I think after 1 week I would not have felt confident that I was doing the right thing, and I still had the morning nap that was not consistent. 2 weeks was perfect, really.
What does sleep look like now?
Well, now it's a dream, really. 7 p.m. until 7 a.m., 12 hours. If she has a grizzle or if she wakes up in the middle of the night, something is wrong. But in general, that almost never happens. Amazing. And it's perfect. It's a dream. Like, if you follow the schedule, you are okay.
Day 1 was already about 200% better than before, even though it can be a little bit challenging.
It is challenging the first 3 days.
Day 2 was like another 200%, and day 3 she was just, that was it. That's her asleep now. It's 7:30. I put her to bed at 7 o'clock, and she was asleep within. She was quiet within 2 minutes, and she was asleep within probably 5 minutes. Was there anything you got out of it that was a bonus or surprised you?
No, just that it works. That it worked, really. Like, I was surprised that it worked. I was a bit, hesitant. And is it really even possible that a baby's asleep 12 hours a day, and that you can just follow a routine and everything is easy? It sounded like a fallacy somehow. The bonus and the extra thing is like, oh my God, it is working. And if you are consistent, you can have good night sleep, and you can be happy parents of happy babies. That's the most important thing, that they sleep well, and she's also in a better mood. She has more energy. It's just amazing.
The speed was mind-blowing. That you go from that transformation of fragmented, her being completely and utterly dependent on you trying to do all the little bits and pieces, to then going, oh my God, it's like 7:10, she's been asleep, and now we've got the whole evening, and she's okay, and she's comfortable, And it's not, it's two-way. It's your comfort and it's their comfort as well. It's like,
better.
If your baby's crying and all the rest of it, and you're dancing around and trying to do all this stuff to settle her, it's stressful for her as well. So
because they cannot sleep well.
Yeah. What would you say to other parents having issues with sleep?
I would recommend it 100% or 120%. I would say, actually, I've already done it. I'm already recommending everybody. It's like, don't worry, you don't have to struggle. Like, you can have babies and you can sleep well, you know?
Yeah.
You can have babies and have energy in the morning. You can have happy babies that eat well and sleep well and that are healthy, because sleeping is super important for everybody, adults and babies, you know? And the most important thing is, like, now she's only 10 months old, but she knows how to do that, and this is going to be for the rest of her life, you know. And also when she's going to be 3 and 5 and 7 years old, so we are like, it's just such an important investment, and it's only 2 weeks. Obviously you have to be super consistent and you have to be 100% committed to do that. And I would say, if it's only the mother, it's difficult. Like, you need both
engagement from both parents.
Yeah.
What I would say to parents having issues with sleep is, don't wait, don't hesitate. You know, your sleep's so important. You know, it's how you perform at work, it's the quality of your relationship, it's how patient you can be with your child during the day, how patient you can be with each other. You know, like, to me, you know, you talk about value for money, it's outrageous value for money. You know, I pay way more than the fees that are being charged at the moment to have that, because what price can you put on your sleep? I mean, I wouldn't even hesitate. And all I would say is, even if you're feeling like you could have a bit of an improvement and you haven't got a nightmare situation on your hands like we did, then go for it. Baby Sleep Code is effectively a framework for parents to understand the things that they're doing that are unwittingly preventing their children from sleeping. You know, and it also just prevents you from second guessing and arguing amongst yourselves about...
It's basically getting educated about your the kids' sleeping needs, you know? And basically learning how to do it better, that's all.
It's logical, it's remarkably fast. The support period is fantastic.
Book it now.
Yeah. And I wouldn't hesitate. You know, your sleep's so precious.
It makes a life difference.
Yeah, definitely.